What's up, Gemini? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, guys, so let's jump right into your August reading. Let's see what's going on, what you guys can expect for the month of August. Now, this will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Gemini signs. Do keep in mind, guys, that the energies here, they're transferable, they're interchangeable. So it could be energy that you are experiencing, that you're going through, or it can be someone who's close to you. So always keep that in mind. And then also, guys, if you want to check out my daily energy that I post every day, you can check me on Instagram, High Vibrations 44. But let's see what's going on with the sign of Gemini. I'm really happy to be out of retrograde season. I feel like it kicked a lot of our asses. I'm happy that it's done. I'm happy I'm alive. I'm happy I'm not in jail. So let's see what's going on, guys. Let's see how August is gonna look in comparison to July. All right, so we have past, present, and future. All right, Gemini, let's talk about this. So the energy that you guys have here is a Five of Pentacles. Now with the Five of Pentacles, this could be when you're kind of in a place where financially you're not as strong as you would like to be. This is also a card where there's a feeling of rejection, a feeling of being left out in the cold. So maybe you feel this way, you're making someone else feel this way. Behind that, we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse, and we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, followed by the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So this is very clear, guys, that there was a situation that, whether it was you or someone close to you, it's like someone put their all into this, and they're at the point where they feel a bit, it's like they could be petty, they could feel bothered, they can feel just really upset because they feel that they didn't get what they deserved out of the situation, okay? They went above and beyond and that wasn't reciprocated, so something had to be let go of, and now someone's very emotional because of that. So let's start with your past. We have the Lover's card in the reverse as your first card for the past. So a fallout of some sort. It doesn't have to be someone who you're intimate with. It's just, you know, someone that you're close to or someone that you're within proximity of, you know, a lot of the time, someone that you have to deal with often. But when this card is in the reverse, if it's not a complete fallout, then at minimal, it's going to be a lot of heavy arguing. Why is this Lover's card in the reverse? We have the Devil card. So something that's toxic for you, Gemini. Something that has a lot of toxicity in it. And we have the Tower card in the reverse. So there was some sort of fallout that happened, but you dodged a bullet. If I could find the card. All right, guys. So you dodged a bullet here. You dodged a bullet of something that was toxic, something that would have brought you towards, you know, bad habits, something that would have just kind of derailed you in life. Maybe not all at once, but at least over time. All right. So whether you guys see that or not, that's a victory right there. You guys have the Six of Wands here. So, you know, despite the fact that someone could be emotional about this, there's victory in letting that go. The next card that you guys have for the past is the Two of Wands in the reverse. So this is when we really know that the path that we're on is not necessarily the best path for us. We're kind of on a lost path, or we're just not sure the next path that we should be taking. We have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So someone being emotional, not knowing which way to go, even though they've won something. So I feel like here you're really, really coming out of something that could have been very detrimental for you. You don't realize that yet though, or even if you do realize that at this point, you're still gonna keep going anyways. You have to walk away, all right? For some of you, maybe you were dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. For others of you, maybe this is something that had to do with business, okay? If it has nothing to do with business or an earth sign, then it could be you steadily just moving forward. The Knight of Pentacles is, they kind of have the mentality of slow and steady wins the race. So out of all the nights, this might be the slowest moving night. But honestly, this is going to be the night that makes the least mistakes because they're really going to, you know, check everything out before just jumping into it. All right, we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. And we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So yeah, despite someone's efforts towards something, it's like no matter how much they made it or how much they wanted something to come off the ground or to just get going, it just wasn't working out. With the Ten of Swords in the reverse, this is telling you that the worst that could have happened has already happened. But yeah, something just didn't come about here. This could also be that someone stopped communicating with you, or maybe you stopped communicating with them. But this is something that isn't realized. This is something that doesn't come to light in the way that you want it to. All right. With the Hermit card in the reverse here, it could be that you were trying to get yourself into something where you didn't have all the facts, or it could also be you trying to find a way out of your shell, trying to find a way out of a limbo that you've kind of been in. Now, in the present moment, guys, the first card that you have is the Fool card. So with this Fool card, this is you going into something new, something exciting. This is unmarked territory. You have the Four of Swords in the reverse. And you have the Five of Wands in the reverse. So you guys are really getting past something. Now, with the Seven of Swords in the reverse, there's some sort of secret that came out where you feel like someone's being fake or dishonest. Maybe you feel like you're being fake or dishonest. Maybe someone's just not being honest, you know, within themselves. But with the Hierophant and the Four of Wands in the reverse, whatever it is that you were going through that made you feel unstable is something that actually had to be in your life. You know, not something that had to stay there, but something that, you know, served the purpose for you for sure. But you guys are at a point where you just want to move forward. You're just trying to avoid conflict at all costs. Okay. Now the next card you guys have for your present moment, and this is the center of this reading as well. You have the Ten of Wands. So with the Ten of Wands here, this is when we feel a heavy burden. We feel like there's a lot of weight on our shoulders. With this being the central card, this is going to be kind of what every card taps into, a central energy. So let's see what could be burdening to you guys at this point. We have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. And we have the Four of Cups. So maybe you're burdened by an offer that wasn't accepted. It could be with work where you feel like you need money and you're not getting it. It could just be anything you want in general where it's not, you know, coming to light in the way that you want it to. So you could feel a burden over that. Again, we still have this as the energy. So there's just something that was found out here where you just realize that someone's not genuine, and you feel the weight of that, and it makes you become very protective over yourself. Maybe it makes you become very conservative when it comes to money. It's about to start thundering here, guys. So I apologize in advance if you can hear that. I actually love the rain. I love thunder as long as I'm inside. We have the Eight of Swords. And we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So honestly, guys, you're in a place where it's time for a new chapter. Something was clearly a waste of time and effort. It's something that you have to put in the past amicably. Maybe it was a lover who couldn't commit. Maybe it was something that had to do with someone being emotionally unstable, so you can't move forward with a situation because of, you know, where they are on an emotional level. But on a mental level, this is something that you're stuck on. This is something that you guys have a hard time moving away from, although you know that there's a need to not have any concern for it anymore. All right. So moving forward, Gemini, the first card that you guys have is the Three of Pentacles. This is a card about building. Either like when you're finding a team of people who respect you, who want to listen to your idea, people that you can grow with. This could be a card about marriage. This could be a card about just building in general. So let's see why this is here. We have the Three of Cups, something that you guys are building that's going to be exciting, something that's worth celebrating. And you have the Knight of Swords. So you guys, you know, you end up being in a very good place where with the Moon card in the reverse, there's a lot of clarity that you have at this point. You're excited, you're building something, you're really moving forward in a strong way. You have blessings pouring in, okay? Let's see why the Sun card is here. So it's definitely like a major shift in energy because, you know, at one point it's like you feel very stuck on something. The next point, something happens where you're just, you know, you're moving forward, you're running forward, you're excited, you're celebrating, you're building something. Why is the Sun card here? You have the Judgment card in the reverse. And you have the Hermit card in the reverse. So Gemini, here you want to be a little bit careful, okay? With the Seven of Wands, you have the High Priestess and you have the Strength card. So Gemini, when it comes to something that shouldn't be in your life, whether it's a job, whether it's a person, whether it's like a particular environment that you shouldn't be in, you know exactly what that is. With the High Priestess coming up, this is when someone's completely 125% aware of what's good and what's bad in their life. So if this is something that you're still building on, it's a conscious choice to do so, aside from the fact that it won't be good for you. Because I see someone going into a situation where they know it could be bad, but they're like, fuck it, let's do it anyways, and let's hope that the repercussions aren't that bad. That's what I see here. So it's like you're trying to weigh this out. Do I do this? Do I not? I know the truth of it. Do I want to play dumb, or do I want to just, you know, what am I going to do here? So let's see what can happen. Why is this Two of Pentacles here? Queen of Wands in the reverse. And you have the Two of Swords. So someone's really between a rock and a hard place. And with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, yes, this could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, but the Queen of Wands in the reverse, this is a diva. And I don't want to just say that this could be a female energy, because I know plenty of men who are the biggest divas I have ever met in my life, and I'm not just talking about gay men, okay? Men can definitely be very dramatic. So in this case, guys, there's something that a person is very pissed off about. They're really, you know, back and forth between what they want to do here. And with the King of Pentacles in the reverse, this is either a situation where it's causing you to lose money, or a situation where you or someone, you know, around you, close to you, is not genuinely invested. So here it's just like, I see you guys making a decision that doesn't have to be made. I see you going into something despite the fact that, you know, it might not necessarily be good for you, and also being in a place where you're trying to debate, what should I do? What should I do? Even though the answer is clear, okay? So with the Five of Swords, with the Page of Cups in the reverse, there's a lot of conflict here. There's something that's just not genuine about this, where things don't necessarily go as expected. It could be, you know, something that's very disappointing. So you guys really want to be honest with yourselves. This is not really a time where you want to grab your Barbie dolls and start playing house, okay? Only because whatever it is that a person may be excited about, I just don't see it as something sustainable. I don't see it as something that's healthy, okay? So let's pull some cards of advice, Gemini. Let's see what comes up for guidance for you guys. Okay. All right, what is going on here? What advice can I give to my Geminis for August 2019? King of Swords came out. That's you guys. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords. Amazing. So, okay. Before I clarify this is the message that I clearly see, guys. That there's something that won't necessarily work out for you, so there's going to be a sense of loss there, but you still have something that you'll be able to work on that's going to bring you wish fulfillment. So there's a sense of you guys leveling up, for sure. Feeling very strong in the position that you're in, whether it be with work, whether it be with love, whether it's just in general. Just so you guys know, August will be the most powerful month in regards to positive energy this year. Really take advantage of that. Take advantage of the Leo energy that we have going on, and just go out and really fuck shit up in a good way, okay? But this comes to you guys, you know, something good where you feel powerful by you just speaking your truth and being very honest. It shows that you guys start something that affects your life in a very positive way. And with the Ace of Pentacles, most likely it's going to be something that's long lasting. It won't be built overnight, but it's definitely going to have longevity attached to it. So let's get some cards of clarification. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, Three of Swords in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles, Devil card in the reverse. Simple. For you guys to get what it is that you're truly wishing for, this is going to require you taking the path that's going to cause some sort of loss, okay? There's something you choose not to move forward towards, okay, despite the fact that it could be painful, but I do see you guys healing from this. For some of you, you could be suppressing the pain that you feel towards this, but again, it's going to be something that could feel slightly uncomfortable, but that's what enables you to work on this new beginning. That's what enables you to really remove yourself from something that was most likely toxic for you. So this is incredible, guys, okay? Now, for some of you specifically, there could be a water sign that comes in here. Okay, we have the King of Cups here. With you guys, the Queen of Swords, and we have the Lover's card. So it could be something in relation to a job. It could be something with close family. It could be something that has to do with, you know, a love situation. But a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, that could be very significant for you. So definitely keep that in mind, okay? But yeah, everything turns out fine for you guys as long as you avoid being in denial, and as long as you walk away from what you know is toxic for you and something that you genuinely in your heart know is not gonna grow. What that High Priestess there, if you guys get into a situation that's kind of sticky, I'm saying this with love, and as a friend who's just going to be honest, it's because you chose to get into that situation. It can totally 125% be avoided if you choose to avoid it, okay? So guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you who would like a reading, I do offer it on my website, highvibrationswithliz.com. You guys can get either a full reading, or I have quick question readings, and I have emergency readings as well if you guys need me very quickly. So whatever you guys need, you can check it out. My link is in the description below. And again, my Instagram is High Vibrations 44 if you guys want to check that out. Take care, Gemini. I love you guys.